Good morning. It's October 10th, 2024. We're critiquing the news. The article on your screen is from the Cairns Post and it's titled, "Will Buy Taylor Point or Acquire It? Crawford." Now, Craig Crawford is the member for Barron River and he's a Labor Party MP. And he's just given everyone in Australia who aspires to owning their own home or who does already own their own home or any other form of real property an excellent reason not to vote Labor. Now, Taylor Point, for those who aren't familiar with it, is a headland adjacent to Trinity Beach. I'm quite familiar with it, been there lots of times. My parents used to live just up the road from it, and it's a pretty unremarkable headland. However, it's freehold, which means that it was bought by a person using their own money for their own purposes. Now, there might be a lot of rather noisy people in the area who would prefer that it stayed open to the public, and indeed the legal owners of it have largely let it be open to the public, but they haven't been able to afford to maintain it, or they haven't maintained it whether they could afford to or not, and therefore people being infested with a small minority of grubs have trashed the place, which led to it being listed for sale. The community had the option to fundraise to buy it and give it to the council, but they didn't take that option. The council had the option to use other people's money to buy it, and they didn't do it, and same with the state government. However, Craig Crawford says that, according to the article, a Labor election promise to buy Taylor Point is still alive, with negotiations to purchase the coastal property or a nuclear option of compulsory acquisition on the table, Craig Crawford says. Now, compulsory acquisition or resumption of private property is reasonable on just terms, as per the movie The Castle, if there is a legitimate reason for doing so, such as a new highway or a new major water storage, or there's probably a couple of other sound arguments for it, but not just because people in the area would like to go to the little beach there or climb up a hill that's free of development. That's not a good reason. But according to Mr. Crawford here, that's something that's on the books so far as Labor is concerned. And yeah, that puts everyone at risk, because they establish precedents like that, then nobody's property at risk. And you've got to remember, a globalist agenda item is for you to own nothing, and that includes real estate. Again, Labor are the enemy of the people. Their stablemates and the Liberals are just as bad. They operate at a slower pace. That's the only difference between the two. If you want to own your own property and be guaranteed to own your own property, then you want to keep Labor, Liberal and Green, Teal candidates at the very bottom of your ballot list. That's the harsh reality, where our major political parties have been hacked by the worst possible people on the planet.